Docky, you're just completely naked now! So they don't one-shot everybody, that's why they're naked. Alright. If that's the case, why don't y'all become naked? Yeah, you know what? I mean, yeah, do me a favor, you guys. Don't one-shot everything. You should all be naked. I like this plan. You're a true masochist. Alright. Everybody's just naked now. And you know what? I'm for it. I'm not complaining. You Char can be naked too. I don't care. It's fine. Equality. I need someone to oil my fur. Dude, we need more stools up here at the bar. We need a disco ball too. And you know what? While we're at it, we need a stripper pole right there on that table. Are there stripper poles in this game? For guild halls? ArenaNet. I've got an idea for you. Dragon Bash is the next holiday event, right? Yeah. I want to try out, what was it? Griffin? Griffin Racing is in Dragon Bash. So I can't wait for that. I'm gonna take a look at all these pubs in the game.
Everyone, raise your
is that a broom?
in honor of
We don't need more excuses for ERP. I've gotten tired of it. I have my reasons for not doing it anymore, but I don't judge. I don't judge anybody for ERPing. If it's between, you know, two consenting adults, then what does it matter? As long as it's kept in private channels, right? My cat judges while I use him as a chair on the floor in this bar. Wait, where? Oh, I see that now. That's not a cat. That's a dragon. There's an RP plugin warp. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right, mail. Let's look at mail. Jade Sparrow. Coffee. Cup of light roasted coffee. What? No dark roast? Wow. Fine. I'm kidding. Thank you for the coffee. That's another thing I need to touch on really quickly, you guys. I think from now on, I'll cut down on the mail for the YouTube videos. I'll still do mail on stream. I'll read out the mail in the beginning and at the end of stream, and I'll try to cut out most of it anyway, for the YouTube videos. Mostly because I feel like they disrupt the pace of the video, and it might turn away some newcomers to the channel. If they, you know, come in, watch a video, and then suddenly I'm rambling on about mail for 10 or 15 minutes. They'll be easier to edit too with that time cut out. Yep, exactly. Exactly. I'm just trying to make things easier for myself. Snail mail. Oh my god, I already see all the centaurs. Why? Docky. Answer me, senpai. If ANET had the power to collab with anyone, I would beg for a Guild Wars 2 Demon Slayer collab. I can imagine the cool content and skins for it. Maybe even a raid. Senpai, what Guild Wars 2 collab would you wish for? It doesn't have to be anime. They're never gonna do that. Yeah, it's just that Guild Wars 2 doesn't fit that aesthetic. If Guild Wars, if you're asking me what I want for a collaboration, probably The Witcher. Yeah. And they can, you know, make it canonical. Is that a freaking centaur in the bottom corner I see right there? Damn you, felon! Anyway, yeah, The Witcher. They can make a canon reason for Geralt, you know, being in the world of Tyria. Portals. It's always portals. That's my answer. I'm finally done, goofballs. Alright, you know what? Before we go exploring in the Snowden Drifts, let me stop by the bank real quick and deposit some items. Cool. I appreciate it. How do I slash bow? There you go. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate the ride. Always tip your drivers. Except if you're poor like me. Okay. This is my first time here. Let's get this map started. All right, I'm heading over to the heart. We're gonna help the hunters and travelers near the road, remove any dangers along the Lion's Road, assist Lions Guard travelers and local hunters, check hunters' traps to remove dangerous creatures trapped inside, save the wildlife. Where are things? I need to find things. Is the game louder than usual too? That's loud. That's a little better. Yeah, it was the effects volume. Okay. Or not. Hey, son of Zvon here. What is he doing? Is he dealing drugs? No drugs. Wait, I killed your what? You killed my recruiter. I thought it said you killed my dealer. I started playing today and I have about 1,000 hours on Classic. The UI reminds me a lot of WoW. Fun game so far. I like the combat way more than WoW. Yo, welcome to the game, Star. Welcome, welcome. I'm kind of a beginner myself. And I'm enjoying it. The combat is really refreshing. I didn't know how much I was starving for, you know, something different until I tried Guild Wars 2 for the second time. Like I'll go back to like Final Fantasy 14 and try to play it, and I'm like, traditional hotkey based combat. This feels kind of bad. In my opinion, anyway. Don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy 14 is still a lot of fun, but it's made me burn out. There you go. Help hunters and travelers near the road. Done. After playing Guild Wars 2? Kinda, yeah. The thing is, I was playing Final Fantasy 14 for 2.5 years straight, every single day, like no breaks, and that burned me out. Eventually, I mean, it's surprising that it took me so long to burn out, but after 2.5 years of just playing it constantly, then I just, you know, I was like, I need a change of pace. I'm gonna go try a different game, and then I decided to give Guild Wars 2 another shot.
This'll be fun.
Have you tried using action camera yet? Yes, yes I have. I've tried it. I prefer this one though. I prefer this camera. I really want to finish the story in Final Fantasy 14, but I just can't bring myself to actually play it. Why is it? Is it like the long walls of text? Is it, you know, the leveling experience? I can think of a number of reasons why you would face, you know, an obstacle or something to enjoy the game. Has VB met any Kodans yet? I don't know what that is, so probably not. I'm slow. What's happening? Push back the corruption. Destroy corrupt ice blocking the main road. Help the Lions Guard defending Snowhawk Landing's northern border. Defeat any ice brood in the area. Okay. So the ice brood are the Sons of Jormag? Or are they, sorry, are they aligned with the Sons of Jormag? Same umbrella? Damn, what the hell? That's an ice brood what now? A norm? No, what? So, is this what happens when you get corrupted by the ice dragon?
If you have any tricks up your sleeve, better get them ready.
Combat is boring? That's fair. I mean, it's old traditional, you know, WoW-like combat. So I don't blame you for not enjoying it. It's tried and true. What's going on over here? Defend Quaggan refugees being pursued by the Ice Brood? Did you just call me a fool? Ice Brood or oh, they're Jormag's minions.
Time
okay.
to do some real damage.
Combat boring. Felt like I was walking more than doing the actual story. Mounts didn't help my opinion on Final Fantasy 14.
Where did you guys come from anyway?
I mean, Guild Wars 2 does mounts very differently than 99% of the other MMOs. So I think that would be an unfair comparison.
You came all that way by land?
This stuff is
on
weaker
those
than a
legs?
human being.
Wasn't Quaggan's favorite experience. This isn't either.
Huh. Yeah, but I see what you mean. When you're doing the story for Final Fantasy 14, it does feel like you're like 75% of it is story and 25% of it is actual combat. I know exactly what you mean.
Time to do
For some
real
people,
damage.
for story-oriented gamers, that's fine. but for a lot of others, it's a huge obstacle. If you're not willing to sit through walls and walls of text and hours of cutscenes, you're not going to really enjoy Final Fantasy XIV. And when the combat does actually happen, it's usually just the dungeons, the raids, or the rare occasional quest that gives you combat. And even then, they'll have you fight like 1 or 2 guys. Like, you'll have a long story, then you'll fight a couple of guys, and then you'll go back to another hour of story. So the pacing and balance between combat and story is really bad in Final Fantasy XIV, I'll say that. I still enjoy the game though. And whenever there's a new update or patch in Final Fantasy, I'll go play it. And I'll catch up with the story.
That's not true. There's a plot to
Ooh.
I can
Is
see you've traveled far.
Docky... What the fuck, Docky?
How are you doing?
Lower DPS. Right, yeah, sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Nice pants, right. What pants? Yet the Final Fantasy XIV story has really good delivery. It does. It does. I agree with you, lady.
replenishing.
Yeah. Despite, you know, some of the qualms I have with Final Fantasy, it does have a really, really good story. It's probably one of the best stories I've seen in MMOs. Past level 50. With an asterisk mark. After level 50, really good story. I don't know about the first 50 levels. But that's the way with, like, almost every MMO, right? Every MMO has, like, a jumpy start with a story. It's usually not until, like, the first expansion. Until, you know, they hit their stride. Did you make a Norn yet? No, but I will later tonight. After we do some exploration in the Snowden Drifts. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Got it. And that's good. The old one done. Support the crafters of Soderham. Soderham? Push back Ice Road Raiders and help out the local crafters. Brina the Tanner and Stonecrafter Helena. I hear death. What's going on? Recently been catching up to you on YouTube. How much do you cut from the streams in your videos? I'll give you an example. So usually I stream anywhere between 4 to 6 hours, right? And I tend to make anywhere between 2 to 4 videos every stream. I would say... Like, for example, we're doing exploration. If we do 3 hours of exploration, that will be like an hour and 15 minutes of content for YouTube, give or take. Maybe less than that. So I tend to edit away like 50%, 70% off. Oh wait, this is not a bad guy. That's a healing turret. My bad. What am I doing? Something about seeing a char gliding like that is just hilarious to me. They look like they're doing the Superman. Right? 70% off. What a deal. And if you want the entire thing, the entire package, you know where to go. On Twitch. Also, there's nothing over here. What the hell? I thought those were chests. What is that? If it's not chicken, it's something else.
Feel the fury.
There we go. We did it. A good hunt. Grogor? We're not naming the keg Grogor. The keg does not have a name. It's not even sentient. Feast of mushroom pizzas. Oh, pizza! Mushrooms, though? I mean, mushrooms are alright. Would have preferred some pepperoni and jalapeno. You're gonna call him Keggy? No. What is this? Banjo-Kazooie? Oh hey, it's a little farm. Look, they got a Dalyak living inside the building. The Dalyak barely flicks its eyes toward you as you walk by. It seems comfortable in its current state. Shove the Dalyak? Wait, what? Why? Okay, maybe it's not supposed to be here. Interesting. They definitely missed some chairs. Oh yeah, I mean, should be a hot fix. I mean, I imagine they prioritized areas where people, you know, hang around in, RP in, etc. Lord of the Rings Online has bear people? I didn't know there were bear people in Lord of the Rings. I'm not very versed in Lord of the Rings lore.
Time to do some
I'm just spamming one. Event. Holy shit, what is that? Champion Ice Brood, what? No! Let me tag! Woo! Alright. At least I got a bronze medal. So you've met the bear people, the mole people, the bird people, the cat people, the tiny dolphin orca people, the rat people, the mouse people, and the sexy tall people. Am I missing any? I don't know. Hey, the frog people. Yeah, that's the Tecatl. There's also that. Hylek. Yeah. Tecatl are the bad ones. Hylek are the good frogs? The peoples of the desert. I think that's Path of Fire, right? Yeah.
Blade of the Earth.
Off the beaten path is complete. Okay. Alright. Where do we go from here? We can continue south where we were going last time, or... The Hylek are called Hylek, but the tribes are divided by skin color. Really? Oh yeah, you know what? The Tecatl are all red. If I remember right, anyway. This can sound very wrong in some people's minds. I don't know what you're talking about. But I see what you mean. You're talking about the Hylek, right? Yeah. That's Hylek society. Come to think of it, a lot of Western RPGs have to deal with, I don't want to say race wars. That sounds messed up. How do I phrase this? Interspecies conflict? That works. Yeah, racial conflict or even interspecies conflict. That works, yeah. We've got a lot of Western RPGs that are like that. Not just with Guild Wars 2, but like with World of Warcraft, with Mass Effect, with Dragon Age. A lot of fantasy games do that, actually. Divinity has that. I'm going off the beaten path, but I see an event over there. Will that work as progress? Racial tension, that's another one. Political correctness? I don't think political correctness is involved in this game anyway. Docky is still pantless. I'm not complaining. Man, these guys are just... They must be ecstatic for having so much, basically free bodyguard work. Yeah, this guy named Varen doesn't have to even pull a muscle. Fantasy race has not always been about the ethnic races. Tolan is said to have been a huge racist, and he kind of invented the base fantasy races. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings Tolkien, right? I didn't know that he was a racist, but it wouldn't surprise me. What the hell happened? Behind us. Yeah, Lord of the Rings Tolkien, right. I don't know too much about Tolkien. As I said before, I'm not like a super huge Lord of the Rings fan. I've seen the movies.
could outrun a centaur.
A lot of old authors of, you know, fantasy books, fantasy fiction tend to have, you know, something wrong with them. Like Walt Disney. I think Walt Disney was he a racist or something? I think he was a racist as well. The author for Eldritch, oh my god, Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft was another big racist. It's a myth about Disney, is it? I don't know too much. It's only something that I've heard. Yeah, everybody was a bit of a racist back then. Okay, escort's done. That was decent progress. I don't really comment on those issues too much because, as you can tell, I am a bit ignorant. It's a weird thought, but it was the norm back then, unfortunately. Yeah. True.
I feel good.
I see a polar bear. Am I really just gonna kill an endangered species?
Feel the fury.
I'm so sorry. I really like Coca-Cola, I swear. They're not endangered in Tyria? How do you know that for sure? Isn't everything endangered in Tyria? Just how dangerous the world is? I don't know. Something to think about. Yeah, the dwarves in The Hobbit were very much the early 1900 stereotypes of Jews. In the later work, though, he toned that down a bit. And orcs were to represent the evil. What color do they have again? Oh. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. When did green orcs become, you know, the norm? Are they the norm? Come to think of it, I only seen green orcs in Warcraft and Warhammer. When freaking, what's his name, Gromosh Hellscream drank from the blood of Manaroth, and so did, you know, his other orcs when they first invaded Azeroth or something. I remember that. They've actually invented story reasons for why their skin color was green in Warcraft, which is pretty neat, I guess. But they only came up with that story reason in Warcraft 3, right? I think for the first two Warcraft games, the Horde was painted as the evil guys. It wasn't until Warcraft 3 until they provided more nuance. Also, I'm done with this area, aren't I? Yeah. All right, I'm done. Let's see here. We should make a push to make neon pink orcs the norm? No. 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 Just no. Rave orcs? Come on. What is going on over here? Oh, so this is what the corrupted ice looks like. Yeah, Jormag's ice is basically someone's screensaver. And here we are, me and Docky are like freaking buck-ass naked. Everyone else is clothed. Alright, so where's the... Oh wait, we got that. Okay, cool. Next up. Isn't there a JP around here? Someone said that there's a JP. I knew that, I just don't know where the locations of the JPs are. Ooh. Waterfall. Yo, look at this place. And there's a vista here too. Look at that. Ow, what the frick? Rude! Alright. Just trying to enjoy the sights over here. Bruh, I feel like I'm in Tomb Raider. Wow. That's so cool. And there's a tunnel down there? Let me grab the Vista. I just found an NPC Mesmer that summoned a copy of Lord Farron to flirt with. What? Oh my god. Be careful. Don't fall. Oh my god, that's pretty hilarious. That reminds me of the people who like to eat dinner with their photographs of their favorite anime girl. Have you seen those pictures of people, you know, just sitting on the table wishing an anime girl a happy birthday? That's a thing. So we're going up here. Oh. Wait, what the? Okay. I'm assuming this is part of the JP. Or the TV on the table, yeah. What the hell? Oh! What would happen if I fail? If I, like, if I fall here? Oh, that's where the tunnel... Okay, I was looking at that tunnel earlier. I see. So you can definitely come back. Alright, well, I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna get in the first try. Watch this. I'm gonna get in the first try. One try. One try. There you go, see? One try. Easy. Oh. Oh, oh. There you go. Whoa! This guy was waiting for us. Holy shit. Hey, level up. 68. A strange vat. The machine smells of dust, oil, and alcohol. It's impossible to tell if this was used for mining or as a distillery. Why not both? What? Do we go over here? Interesting. There's another area over here too, though. Yeah, I saw this. Or the pillow sitting in the chair next to him. I actually would like a hugging pillow. Or is it a hugging pillow? Sleeping pillow? Pillow? What do they call them? Pillow... Those, you know, the long-ass pillows with the anime girls on them. I forgot what they call them. Body pillow. Thank you. I knew that's what it was called. I'm a freaking weeb, for crying out loud. My brain's just not working properly today. Alright. A Dakimakura, yeah. I think I joked about that earlier, saying that I want a Dakimakura of Casimir. Half joke. Half serious. Alright. You want a body pillow of Lord Farron? I mean, okay. You know what? Yeah, just body pillows for all your favorite characters. I'm pretty sure there are people who want a body pillow of Ritlock. I'm sure there are plenty of y'all in chat that would love that. There wasn't a whole lot of jumping there, but still, this place is cool. It looks really nice. Tybalt body pillow. Oh shit. Yeah, sure, a Tybalt body pillow if you want. A pillow of Codicus? Alright, now I have to judge you.
You'll have to hit much harder.
Yes, they are great. I bought like 8 of them when I was in Japan. Very wholesome backsides. Wholesome? As in filled with holes? That's what you mean, right? Why are there holes? Nefarious reasons. No. Alright. I see Owl's Abattoir. Is that where we're supposed to go? Yeah, okay. And follow the road. Put down the keg. That keg doesn't belong to you.
Replenishing.
Ooh. Interesting looking whatever that is. What is this? Is this like a giant boat? No. This has got to be the ruins of like a Norn meeting hall or mess hall or something. Devotee of Owl.
Few remain who still teach the ways of Owl, and yet her methods are extraordinary, hunting at night with ambush-like swiftness and precision. It's beautiful to behold. Shall I show you?
Show me. What the hell? Wow, they're just holding a keg. What did they do?
Replenishing.
Damn. Doctor, you're just completely naked now! Ever heard of frostbite? More lower DPS, lower. Okay, alright, I think they just have a humiliation kink or something. Frostbitty titties, oh my god. So they don't one-shot everybody, that's why they're naked. Alright, if that's the case, why don't y'all become naked? Yeah, you know what? I mean, yeah, do me a favor, you guys. Don't one-shot everything. You should all be naked. I like this plan. And you still have a keg. Are you kidding me? You look like you work for Hooters, actually. That's a pretty good Hooters uniform. And you're naked too? Thank you. You look like you work for Hooters. Compliment of the year. No, it's the uniform, damn it. I haven't been to Hooters since college, I think. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, damn, 7 years. I haven't been to Hooters in 7 years. Holy shit, man, I'm old. Read all the damage books that counts towards hearts. Yeah, I think I've already. Oh, bats, 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 bats. Y'all are just chilling, having tea. There we go. Got it. Learning through deeds. Spats? Where? Oh, wait. Is this it? Oh. Oh, 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 oh. No? Maybe not here? Like around here. Oh, here we go. Thank you. I see now. What the hell? And suddenly half-naked goth girl. All right. Cool. I'm not jumping off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. I'm alive. Ancient Hooters enthusiast of the Twitch, what is your wisdom? What is my wisdom? Don't be coming in every single week at Hooters to ask for a picture with the waitresses. It makes you look desperate. There you go. Hooters is a family-friendly restaurant. You know, it's funny because they allow children in that restaurant. And I see the occasional, like, promotion on their menus or on their window displays showing that is a naked Sylvari. Anyway, displaying family, yeah. What am I talking about again? Something about family. God damn it. Displaying, no, we're not talking about displaying naked Sylvari. They changed their marketing since the past year, Hooters. Wait, really? Oh no, don't tell me that they're wearing, you know, family-friendly clothing now. That was the entire point of Hooters. It's a big L, yeah. Karen's complained. The restaurant's not for them. Restaurant is not for them. Freaking Karens. Oh no, they still wear the exposed clothing? Really? Just don't advertise as an adult's experience. But it clearly is. I mean, it's freaking Hooters. Everybody knows Hooters. They can't hide it. It's impossible to hide. Nothing in this world is catered towards Karens. They just want to complain. Oh, are you all right, legs? Oh no! All right, we're fine. So, protect and guide refugees, gather kelp, encourage guard trainees in Urgulp, and kill stinging jellyfish. Gotcha. Let me go help with the event, because that'll be big. And before they change the name, the brand to Cooters? Now that just sounds like old people Hooters. Oh. A very disturbing image just popped up in my head. Be sure to pick ally with the Quaggins as a story choice on one of your characters. I will. I don't know which order I'm doing next though. After I finish the Norn storyline, I will get on the Vigil and the Dermot Priori storylines. So I'll be able to take a look at a couple of the other beast tribes. Not beast tribes, but whatever they call them. Damn, just where does this Quaggan need to go? We're finally here. All right. Take care, Bleep-a-doop. We need to go back to the heart. Sweet. So many jellyfish. And these are not waters you're meant to swim in. Too dangerous. I've never actually been stung by a jellyfish, so I don't know what that feels like. Am I naked enough? I don't know. Let me see. Getting stung by a jellyfish is less than fun. I would imagine. Yeah. I'm just curious what the sensation feels like. It's not like being stung by a bee, right? Fun fact. I think the very first time I went to the beach, I was a child, and my parents lost me. I don't remember this, but they told me this. One day I was just like I was standing doing nothing in where the waves, you know, are connecting with the sand at the edge of the waves, and slowly the tide will just drag me across the beach. Eventually I, you know, got transported without moving an inch to the other side of the beach. And they lost me. They had to search the entire beach to look for me. I got ditched. No, the tide took me. And we completed the heart. Sweet. Beach is overrated? I agree. Ever had a tattoo? No, I'm not interested in having a tattoo. And now he's a weeb. PSA, parents. Wow! I got better. I don't know what you're talking about. Always the sand is involved. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. I hate sand. VB, you look like Minfilia. Oh, my character. I was like, for a second I thought you meant me, not my character, and I'm like, what the frick? Yeah. I mean, I can see that. I see the resemblance. I actually modeled my character after my Blood Elf from World of Warcraft. This is how my Blood Elf looks like. She also has blonde hair and yellow glowing eyes. I'm gonna follow the road. Put down the keg. I'm good. Yeah, if you drop that keg, it's gonna be a giant party foul. Alright, impress the Mannerheim. Boast to Mannerheim steadholders. Impress spectators at the northeast sharpshooting range. Slay hostile beasts and help inexperienced hunters. I can do that. These two hearts are very close together, though. Hey, we have a challenger! Step right up, adventurer, and let's see your boasts are as brawny as your presence. Give us your best boast. I am deadly with any weapon I wield, even with these two little butter knives. Big deal! I can think of 16 ways to kill you with the stale biscuit in my pocket, and I'd still be able to eat that biscuit. Wow! Well, I've killed more Svanir than you have biscuits, and by the looks of you, you're a dork. Don't say it. I give. You got me right in the teeth. Wait, what? 2 char, 1 shell. Oh, no. I'm sure that's like fan fiction somewhere. So you're the one that's going around trying to make a name for yourself, huh? Make my daughter laugh, then maybe I'll take notice. That doesn't sound like much of a challenge. I don't know. Little Lemlem can be a pretty tough critic. She's a kid. A funny face and a rude noise and she'll be laughing. I agree. Here. What do I do?
Good hunting.
My mom tells the best jokes. She won the Moot Mother Mirthfest competition 2 years in a row. Now it takes a real pro to make me laugh.
Let's see. I once ate a whole Dolyak when I burped. A moo came out.
You call that a joke? Stale bread is funnier than that. Come on, impress me.
No one ever remembers my jokes. I always skip right to the punchline.
Good hunting.
Ha ha, that's a good one. I haven't laughed that hard in a while.
I do my best. That worked.
This is a bad time to be trapped.
Thank you, Vanilla Cheesecakey. The only way Lemlem can hone her craft is by watching pros like you. Someday she'll be the best joke teller in all of Tyria, just like her mom. That's right. Lemlem said you won the Moot Mother Mirthfest twice. She said that? Oh, I'm blushing. But don't ask me to tell a joke, although I do have a good one. But I don't like to perform on the spur of the moment, so please don't. Okay, maybe just one joke. You read my mind. A Halvrown, a Wendigo, and the speaker of Snow Leopard walk into a moot. Moot Master says, "We don't serve your kind here." The Halvrown replies, "Oh yeah? Well, your mother hails from Groznev Delve." What? Maybe you have to be a Norn to appreciate that one, yeah. I agree. Speaking of rap battles, did you catch this week's Kaguya-sama? No! I did not. There's a rap battle in the new episode? Oh, hell yeah. Meat Hunks is Hooters' new restaurant geared toward women. I'm pretty sure there's like a male version of Hooters out there somewhere. Maybe not as popular, but surely there is like a male Hooters. They probably call them dongers. Oh god. Another disturbing image in my mind. They got me Prague. Chippendales? You mean the cartoon Chippendale? Moobs? A little too on the nose. Then again, Hooters is also on the nose. So it's not that much different. You joke, but as a tier 3 support tech for a famous convenience store chain, I've gotten to experience a computer bursting into flames on the reboot. Yikes. Oh no. Chippendales are male strippers, aka no political chatter. You're naked too. Everybody's just naked now. Bruh, they died. How did you kill them? You're not even fighting. You're just holding a keg. How are you killing them? Also, where is this? VB being a weeb but confusing these two groups? What are you talking about? Alright, I'm clicking the links. Oh, God! Okay. Alright. So that's the Chippendales. Okay, alright. You're a true masochist. Alright. I will not judge. Y'all are a bunch of degenerates. Invisible boots. They're an actual item? Oh, they're an actual item. Invisible boots. Defense 157. Someone just linked it to me. Funny. 2,800 gold? Holy crap! Yo, just take off your shoes! If you're that desperate, you know. There we go. Finished it. Open. Gotta min-max while satisfying your fetish. Oh, man, that's like being interested in way too many things. I'm glad I'm not the type to min-max. That would drive me crazy. I'm glad I don't have a foot fetish either. How do they even sell? Is that like a troll post right there? I know people like to put stuff up on, you know, auction houses for a ridiculous high amount of gold and they never sell. Thinking that one day I'll get somebody to buy this. Just one day, I will get a coomer. Someone just horny enough to buy this item off of me. What the hell? How do you get up there? Someone in chat's like, more sexy male armor. You're preaching to the choir. Yeah, I believe in gender equality. They should definitely have more sexy male armor. It's only fair. I feel like there's more sexy female armor than there is sexy male armor in this game. Wait, is this the way? Oh! Man titties out. Yeah. I'm all for it. But you know you're gonna get, you know, those freaking, you know, wheezy basement dwellers complaining about, I don't want to see naked men in my fantasy video game. Only titties! And boobs and ass and butt and titties. None of these man boobs in my shit. Sorry. But yeah. What the hell? Interesting. That's because the power of a woman's breasts combined with skimpy armor creates a magnetism that pulls spells and weapons to the metal. Okay, let's see. Everybody's just naked now. And you know what? I'm for it. I'm not complaining. You Char can be naked too. I don't care. It's fine. Equality. I need someone to oil my fur. Local centaurs here?
Real damage.
There are centaurs in the snow? No. I don't see them. They don't exist. Whoa! There we go. Got them. Leveled up. Hey! Level 69. Nice. I can't level up anymore, you guys. I have to stay at level 69. Character leveling complete. Yo, can we get a video game where the level cap is level 69? I feel like if any video game were to do that, it would be Borderlands, right? I think Borderlands likes to be crude and humorous like that. Fun fact, the max guild level is 69. Wait, what? The level cap for Guild Hall is 69? Really? Oh my god. That's great. And there is the keg in the distance. Guild level 69. Alright, we gotta reach that, you guys. That is our primary life goal. To get the guild into level 69. Oh, okay. Nope, I don't see it. It's not real. It's not real. These are not real. They're not real. I don't see them. I don't see them. I don't see them. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Alright, yeah, I don't see it.
I hope they can both recruit.
No, I have to fight centaurs! I can't escape them. I thought I was done
I could
with
outrun a centaur.
Corvin the Scald.
Spirits of the wild welcome.
I sense a deep thirst inside you. Perhaps my rum will ease it. I am in a playful mood today. Answer me a riddle, and I shall share with you.
Speak your riddle.
What's sharper than the wolf's sharpest teeth? Quicker than the quickest leopard? And more adaptable than a hibernating bear?
A sword? Hold on. Let me see my my choices. I think it's wit, actually. It's got to be wit. Yeah.
Well done. Raven likes you.
Yeah! Alcohol! Yay! Did I just turn into a raven monster thing for a hot second? Jingle bells, centaur hell, outrunning them all day. Do not make a song about that. Wait a minute, is that white and orange? Wait, did you? You actually went and colored your uniform into the Hooters colors. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. And she's serving beer too. I love it. I love it. Holy shit. Now you're making me want to go back to Hooters. Bullies? There's a bunch of bullies. What the hell? Why are you being bullies? Hello, bullies.
You don't look like much.
You look like you're gonna steal my lunch money if I keep talking to you. Where be the cave? This way? So I refused a zone clear of centaurs? Well, it's not that. I'll do zone clears. I'll do every single zone in the game. It's just that I wasn't doing Harathi Highlands at the time. I think I was doing Gandharan Fields. What the hell? Wait, what? Wrong way, maybe? Over here? Let me see. Oh, what the hell? The hell's going on over here? There's a lot of color. There's an evil Sylvari? Their name is what? Noxia? The hell? Wait, why? They're invulnerable. Is it a bug? Ow. The Sylvari bug's out. I figured, alright. I'm leaving. Okay, let's see here. This must be the source of the Raven Shaman's power. The very air vibrates with energy that raises the hair at the nape of one's neck. Come in. Nightmare Court. What are the Nightmare Court doing here in Nornlands? Is that supposed to be Noxie? Reference, maybe? What is this? Through a veil of magic, you see the area outside the cave. Step into the portal and exit the cave. Hold on, let me just take a look at this area real quick. Very interesting. Very interesting area. Hi. Nice chair. Really sick chair. Are you wearing a Hooters uniform too? Oh god, it's spreading. Char Hooters? It can't be exclusively Char, alright? We need some humans and Silvaria in there too. There's already a Hooter-esque restaurant in Tyria. Really? Like, canonical? For real, for real? It's under Lion's Arch, a beach bar? Oh, I've been there! Everyone's in swimwear.
Time to do some real damage.
I've never really paid attention. You might be right. There you go. Good tip. South Sun? I don't know. Welcome back, Diamonds. How's it going? What have I missed? A lot about... You missed a huge conversation about Hooters. Everyone's a deviant here. A degenerate. And... a bunch of exploration and Snowden Drifts. You know, the usual. Oh, I completed the area. Alright. I think that'll be it for the night. We're gonna finish off the stream with creating a Norn, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and park my character back at Divinity's Reach. Actually, let me park my character at Hooters. So VB South Sun Cove, while level 80, enters into a safe beach bar, and all characters are forced into swimwear. Forced? Forced? I don't know about being forced. You shouldn't be forced, you know, into doing something you don't want to do. Ending stream early today? No, not quite yet. I'm gonna create a Norn character, and then we'll end the stream. All right, cool. Yeah, you're right. Well, not everybody's in swimwear. We're probably in swimwear, but this is a pretty neat place either way. Yeah, I think every time when we're just hanging out, drinking, sorry, not drinking, but when we're reading mail, when I'm reading mail or looking at videos, I'll come here or at the Divinity's Reach Tavern so we can hang out. I think those are better hangout places than the furnace that I always go to. What you want, beer please? South Sun will be better. All right, I mean, I'll get there eventually. We'll see it. All right, I'm logging out. Character select. I have one more character slot, and I have saved that to create a Norn. Order some wings. I could go for some wings.